Welcome to Home Ed Looks Like This. I thought I'd do a quick video discussing unit studies because I've just finished putting our next one together, which is about Guy Fawkes and Bonfire Night. So what is a unit study? A unit study is a topic or area of interest you choose to focus on for a period of time. You incorporate various areas of learning and development into that study. And for example, in this video, we're doing a brief study on Guy Fawkes and Bonfire Night. In this one subject, I'll incorporate history, English, math, science, arts and crafts, geography, you name it. We get as many subjects in there as we can. A unit study can be useful for grabbing your child's attention by either letting them pick the theme of the study or picking one that you'll know they will appreciate. Children engage with topics they have interest in far more. Therefore, a lot of home educators do take advantage of that knowledge and use these loved areas of interest to incorporate the subject studies the children do not normally engage with in a fun, unique and interesting way. In this particular study we're going to be doing in this video, we're going to be solving a mathematical code breaker using sums and a cipher. Sorry, I'm just looking at all the things that I've printed out in front of me. We're going to practice our creative writing, make some cakes, craft together, all while learning the history of Guy Fawkes. As Anthony has ASD and is only 10, I tend to keep the written work to his ability and to the point, whereas my teenagers are going to delve much deeper into the lead up to the gunpowder plot, the religious persecution, the sense of desperation that people would have had back then, whilst also debating the positives and negatives behind the actions and motivation of Robert Catesby and Guy Fawkes. Our topic on Halloween was also a unit study and incorporated global beliefs and practices, so lots of religious education in that aspect, sociology, math, science, geography, history, lots and lots and lots of funky science, as you saw in other videos, English, role-playing games, arts and crafts, anything that made learning fun and easy to absorb and retain. And that's the key point really with a unit study, making learning fun, engaging and easy to absorb and retain long term, not just short term. So, as you can see, a unit study opens up much opportunity for experimenting and doing what works for your family. So you have to do your unit studies to suit your needs and your child's needs and your learning styles and your child's learning styles. So a unit study does open up much opportunity for experimenting and doing what works for you. It doesn't necessarily have to involve writing either, and it is highly encouraged to get out and about during the unit study because there is so much out there that you can take advantage of, from museums to historical buildings and houses. You've got the National Trust and English Heritage and working farms such as Ascot Working Farm, and so on, that allow you to take your unit study adventure to that next level. You can also create fun fact books, and we tend to refer to them as laugh books, and Anthony will make them with lift up flaps, art and photographs. Nims is more of a scrapbook style, and the older ones tend to do their own thing in that respect really. They tend to run with that themselves now. And with time and creativity, you can develop your own unit studies based upon your child's needs, ability and interest. So the versatility of a unit study is that you can make your own resources if you choose to do so, or you can use external resources. And in this video, as it's been very chaotic here, we've had lots of building work going on in the house. It's literally all around me at the minute. We're going to use online resources for this one, and I will pop the links in the description of the video to help you guys out. For Anthony and Nim, I am using Twinkle, and for William, I am using Tez. But yeah, feel free to experiment putting your own together when you feel confident enough to do so. The latter of putting it together myself is usually my first port of call. I will do a video on that at a later point so you can see how I do both. So this one with resources from the internet, and then next time it'll be from resources that I've made myself. And I'll even pop that up on the WordPress blog at the time so you can all download that unit study for free. Designing your own does take time, which if you juggle a lot day to day may not be feasible for you. And it's okay to mix it up and go with what works with your family, like we do. Sometimes we'll use resources we've put together ourselves, other times we'll download them. It literally just depends on what we're studying at that moment in time and everything else around us, like living life really. It does also take a lot of research into that subject to put a unit study together. However, I am a great believer and regularly tell people if there's something you don't know, you can either learn it yourself on your own or you can learn it alongside your child and do it together. When it comes to making my own though, I am lucky that we have a very good home library. We'd much rather invest in books than a lot of other things. We really love our books here. And we both independently grew up in families where reading was always encouraged and a book request was never a no. We've tried to nurture this at home and currently have about 12 bookcases full of books and several boxes of books ready in advance for the house move ahead. The educational ones are always kept available, so we do have a really great library we can turn to at home, which I do find helpful. But don't panic if you don't, because obviously we still have public libraries and you also have the entire world of information at your fingertips online as well. So you can pretty much find anything as you need it really. It can seem a lot more intimidating than it actually is to put together your own unit study. So many other home educators also offer unit studies that you can download from their blogs and their websites. I've already mentioned resource sites such as Twinkl and Tears, and there are many more that I would delve into in my written blog of this as well, but this is just me rambling as I've got to the end of my unit study preparations, ready to get started. So I'm going to go get some shut-eye ready to get going tomorrow morning with our Guy Fawkes unit study. And in a few weeks, I'll show you how I go about putting a unit study together for my children using resources that I make for myself. And like I said before, I'll make that available to you as well. So, catch you soon.